Welcome to the JMW Inside Man YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the channel for all the latest legal insights and tips. Please like this video and also continue the conversation in the comments section as well. Now, birth rates rose for the first time in more than a decade during the first full year of the pandemic. There has also been an increase in the amount of women that are now breastfeeding. Many women plan to return to paid work in the months following the birth of a baby, either through choice or because they have to. Knowing what an employer should do to help and planning ahead can help them to continue breastfeeding. Now, Charlotte Bealey is an associate solicitor within JMW Solicitors employment team. So Charlotte, what does the law require employers to do to assist breastfeeding mothers?
So the law requires an employer to provide somewhere for a breastfeeding employee to rest, and this includes being able to lie down. So there's actually no statutory right to the provision of facilities for breastfeeding or expressing milk at work, but the Health and Safety Executive Guidance does recommend that employers should provide facilities such as a private clean environment for either breastfeeding or expressing milk, and for a fridge for storing that milk.
Now, Charlotte, over the years, I've heard some horrific stories like mums being asked to go into the toilet and that sort of thing. I'm not being funny, but I wouldn't want to eat my breakfast in a toilet. So what do you mean by a private and clean environment?
Well, on that, there was a case actually recently where a teacher expressed milk in a toilet despite her asking the school to provide her with a room so that she could express her milk for her child, and she actually won a sex harassment claim. So yeah, it's certainly not a toilet, but it could be an unoccupied office or an area used for meetings that can be discreetly screened. If in any doubt, an employer really should ask the employee what would be most appropriate for them, so that they're engaged with that conversation as well, and they could have some input as to what they think would be suitable environment for them to express or to breastfeed. It obviously, it's inappropriate to use toilets or sick rooms, as there may be a hygiene risk there as well. And if after careful consideration an employer is physically unable to provide an appropriate space, they should discuss this issue with the employee to see if there's any alternative facility that they may be able to use.
Is this the sort of thing, Charlotte, where an employer should have a formal written policy?
There's no requirement to have a formal policy on breastfeeding. There's no legal requirement to have one in place, but employers can find these policies helpful in making sure that employees know what they can ask, and it'll help managers consider any requests fairly. Obviously, enabling employees to continue breastfeeding at work can encourage staff loyalty, and the organisation can benefit from the skills of an employee returning sooner than they might have otherwise thought of doing. But obviously, employers must remember that not to try and put pressure on an employee to return to work early. It will just assist. So obviously, if any employees do need assistance with any of women returning to work following a period of maternity leave, they know that they can contact us here at JMW.
Charlotte, thank you very much for your insight. And if you'd like to contact Charlotte, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. Please subscribe to the JMW Inside Man YouTube channel for all the latest tips and insights from JMW Solicitors. And please also like this video. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.